Limitless but with boundaries, made for use by youth. This youth creative park is located in the heart of Pudu's commercial district. This center aims to provide an inclusive platform for urban youth to express themselves freely. The center provides social space and experimental and also play area throughout the building, strategically interwoven between various facilities based on the notion that proximity to activities lower the threshold for participation. This youth center is designed to provide a unique experience and facilities dedicated empowering the new generation of youth in Pudu and strengthening the community identity. So the project brief is to provide a creative outlet and experiential center for the urban youth, which will be used as a gathering point for the community in Pudu and also offer a wide range of experience and activities. It is a platform for collaboration between youth and the older generation in order to strengthen the community identity and also fostering regenerative city. This center will satisfy the need of the people of Pudu, comparable to a normal youth center, simply just greater sensitivity to promoting better youth empowerment, involvement, and also better social culture exchange. The Thinking of Paradox and the Blue Ocean, My Youth Creative Park. So the group theme is the color of Kenanga, which aims to foster regenerative city through equitable Pudu, stimulating social regeneration, reconstructing Pudu, the diversifying of the market boundaries, and also purifying Pudu, building quality built environment. The first contradiction is the cultural pluralism harmony, which is youth are more open to accepting other culture. Collectivist culture of Malaysia enhance harmony. The contradiction too is creating new history. Youth stands for their individualism and identity. This enables the individual to act autonomously and choose freely. So the youth involvement in social regeneration will result in the My Youth Creative Park, which is a vertical creative park made for youth. The significance of issues in youth is mainly on the education skills and the employment of youth. The first one is their access to education. The second one is their skill and employability. The second most significant issues about youth is on the adolescent health, which is the nutrient intake, their sexual and reproductive health, and also their mental health. The third issue is on the youth happiness level. From the survey that was done by UNICEF, 50% of the respondents said, I want to live in a safer world, which means the city that they live in now is not safe for them. And they also said that I want to succeed in my dream job. And also, 40% of the youth answered that I want to be happier, which means that they are not happy in their current environment. The proposed Site A is an open space and located adjacent to the Kenanga Wholesale Mall. The value innovation of this project is fostering regenerative city. For the project formula, which will include money plus fun, which is the economic involvement of youth and also the creativity side of youth. The project name is My Youth Creative Stop, which will empower youth. So the concept is social regeneration through playful intervention will be a catalyst for social regeneration. The main program of this center is a public realm for the youth, house of culture and knowledge of youth, and also house of creativity and creation of youth. So how does this building work? This center serves as a platform for the urban youth, giving them the confidence they deserve. The purpose of this center is to provide an open, inclusive platform for urban youth, also lowering the threshold for involvement and engagement. The program of My Youth Creative Stop, which will create a youth autonomous space where they can make, show, and share. The main Program of this center is a creative incubator, a culture and knowledge lab, and also playroom. The Creative Incubator houses the Creator Studio, which has a discussion room, editing lab, flexible set, permanent set, and also a recording room. And it also has a equipment rental program, which will be blended into the youth marketplace. While the youth marketplace houses an open event space, kedai for the youth, and also exhibition spaces. As for the playroom, it is a playscape. There's three types of playscape will be designed into the building, which is youth playscape, a children's safe play, and also an adventurescape. While the culture and knowledge lab houses a maker classroom, which has multi-purpose halls, digital exhibition spaces, workshops, hybrid seminar spaces, live library, and also a sharing corner. The combination of a playroom and the culture and knowledge lab will also create an after-school studio for the children of Kenanga to explore in. This diagram here shows the hierarchy and the relationship of each program. Potential investor and users. As for the main investor, the investor are UNICEF, Impact Malaysia, and also TikTok. As for the supportive investors is Majlis Belia Malaysia, Kementerian Belia dan Sukan Malaysia, Youth Care Malaysia, YouTube, and also World Assembly of Youth. The target user for this center is the local communities, the local urban youth, comes from the PPR residents and also the migrants on site. And it is also targeted for visitor and tourists in the younger group category. The first precedent studies is the Boys and Girls Club by CCA Centro de Colaboración Arquitectónica. It is an educational facility for youth aged 6 to 18 located in a low-income neighborhood in a special crime prevention zone. So the interaction with surrounding community, they provide a space and activity for the kids in this area. This Boys and Girls Club has three main buildings, which is Building A, houses the educational block where they have classroom, music room, art room, computer room, kitchen, library, and multipurpose room. While the Building B, which is an art block, houses the open space exhibition area and also an auditorium. While the Building C is a sport block, which acts as a multi-purpose hall used mainly for sports. A plaza is located in between this building in order to make it as a circulation space between the blocks and also as a meeting point which generate encounters between the users of the building. It also acts as a buffer zone between education block and also the sports block. The second preceding study is the Gihua Youth and Cultural Center by Open Architecture. The indoor spaces are fully connected to the outdoor landscape, creating a free flow circulation throughout the building. The central courtyard is not only part of the landscape, but it is also an extension to the theatre for hosting a much larger crowd. And the roof is covered with green and is very suitable for outdoor activities. The typology of the courtyard, which is risen, and the slope is ideal for making an outdoor auditorium. Most of the spaces in this center is a flexible event space which can host different types of events. Design strategies and consideration. As for the contextual consideration, the orientation of the building responds to the orientation of the sun in order to allow and maximize the natural lighting to penetrate into the building. And in respect to the existing grade and orientation of the urban grain on site, the orientation of the building remains similar to others. Accessibility, primary and secondary link. The proposed site is accessible by both public and private vehicle. It is also strategically located in between two LRT stations. However, the access to the site via public or private vehicle is limited as there is only two points of entry. This reduces the physical permeability of the site. The setback perimeter planting for the site is 2 meter and the building setback is 6 meter. So the total setback for the site is 8 meter. Accessibility, the pedestrian link. The proposed site has a high pedestrian accessibility due to the short distance, which is short time to and from multiple public transportation stops and stations. The site has high walkability and is surrounded by multiple pedestrian nodes. As for the design consideration, the exits are derived from the pedestrian nodes around the site. It is to increase the permeability and access throughout the site. The public realm is placed on the ground level to increase and provide accessible open space for the community of Kenanga. Youth Marketplace is located on the ground level as well in response to the existing Sri Selangor Business Complex and also the Pasar Malam area located adjacent to the proposed area. The spatial layout and circulation of the sub-basement. In order to separate the user and vehicle movement, the sub-basement is located 2.5 meter below ground level. It is to create a safe environment for the youth, and it is only accessible by pedestrian only. The marketplace is placed here in order to create a relationship between the existing marketplace, which is the Sri Selangor Business Center in front of this site. The marketplace then bleeds into the building and it is intertwined with the playscape throughout the level. The marketplace houses the shop lots, youth containers, and also outdoor event spaces. An outdoor exhibition is placed on the northern side to attract people from the commercial area. A water body is placed along the axis of the level in order to create a natural wayfinding for the user. Spatial layout and circulation of the ground floor. As mentioned earlier, in order to separate the movement of the pedestrian and the vehicle, the movement of these two is separated by different levels. The ground level mainly serves for the vehicular movement. This is the main entrance to the building, which they will drive through the drop-off area or drive down to the basement for parking. The red lines indicates the vehicular access and circulation throughout the building, while the blue lines indicates the pedestrian circulation and access from outside the site. The drop-off area is located on level 1, which the user will then see a live library located here and also the administrative office located on the left side. The live library, which is located on the right side, is a new typology of library. It acts as a communal space which houses exhibition of the local life and also a space which encourages social exchange between the users. It is a place where people learn about each other and learn about each other's life. The articulation of the building's form. Function follow form. So the building is articulated by the chosen axis to connect the pedestrian around the building, and from the creation of the unique floor plates that will help enhance the building programs and also to inject the playfulness into the building form.